Welcome to Wonderful Indonesia. We have obviously the legend of Indonesian's music landscape, Bapak Yang Mulia Duta Besar Peter Gontha, Excellency Ambassador Peter Gontha, and we have Cameron all the way from the US, and we have Giacomo from Italy who will perform at Java Jazz. So just to kick off the discussions, maybe I turn it over to Pa Peter to tell us something about this editions about Java Jazz and how it all started in early 2000, whereby it was just, I would say, a small gathering, and now it's become an intellectual property. It's an IP that we're so proud of as a country that we could invite world-class musicians to perform. Pak Peter.
Pertama, terima kasih Pak Menteri atas kesempatan yang diberikan untuk datang ke Penopo yang indah ini.
Terima
di rumah
kasih
Pak Menteri sendiri. Dan tentunya buat kami atas nama Dewi, saya diminta untuk bilang terima kasih dulu karena Menteri Pariwisata Menparekraf kita itu, Menteri Parekraf kita tuh luar biasa terasa supportnya terhadap Java Jazz dan supportnya terhadap aktivitas-aktivitas yang ada hubungannya dengan kultur, musik dan sebagainya. Jadi terima kasih Pak Sandaiga. Ya, hari ini saya atas permintaan Pak Sandi juga kita bawa di sini satu Giacomo yang dari Italy dan tentunya Cameron Smith. So I think, but I don't think you need to ask me about Java Jazz because I think you know everything about it. It started, and I think we thank the government. We thank number one BNI, of course, state-owned enterprise that has been supporting this event for the last 18 years.
18 years.
Non-stop 18 years. So we thank, of course, we would have never been able to do this without their support. So we thank the government. We thank this government and especially you for always supporting us.
Well, thank you and congratulations on 18th year editions of Java Jazz. So I'll turn it over to Cameron first.
Terima kasih, Minister. It's a pleasure to be back. I discovered Java Jazz on the invitation of Mr. Peter Gontha 17 years ago.
17 years ago.
I had a television show in the United States called Smooth Jazz TV, and Mr. Gontha saw the show and called me and asked me if I'd be interested in exploring Jakarta and coming to the festival. I was thrilled. My expectations have been exceeded on every visit. The people, the culture, the hospitality, the musicianship of the Indonesians, and then of course the execution of the festival. I travel to festivals all over the world as part of my business at iHeartRadio and as a radio and television personality for 40 years. I can honestly say, and I've said this on stage at the festival many times, this is by far the most diverse and the finest festival of its kind on the planet. And I've been to Montreux, Switzerland, to the Montreux Jazz Festival. I've been all over the world. Chicago, New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. When you come to Jakarta and you see the level of engagement from the sponsors, the venues, the production, the way they treat the musicians, it's on a whole nother level. That's why I keep coming back. I'll keep coming back until I can't travel anymore, which I'm hoping is a long time. And I want to thank you and the government and of course the sponsors. We talked about it at the press conference today. It takes a lot of passion, a lot of grit, and a lot of money. But it takes the people to make it happen. And Dewi Gontha and Peter Gontha and yourself, you have the vision to make this festival what it's become, and God only knows what's going to come next because it is spectacular. So congratulations to you, and terima kasih. I can honestly say this is a thrill for me to be here with you and to be here at the festival again after my first experience 17 years ago.
Thank you.
I should add, Minister, that he is also presenting. He is also the, what do you call it, master of ceremony, and he presents on stage and he presents the artist. And so
you know, when Peter approached me, I also have relationships with the artists, and so Peter called and asked if maybe Chris Bodie would consider coming, and Chris has been a longtime friend of mine, 30 years, and so I had a conversation with Chris. We brought Chris a couple of years ago, and it was such an explosive and life-changing experience for him. We came back the following year with Sting and Chris, and the experience was phenomenal. And they loved the entire experience because the people that come to the shows, they know every note. When Chick Corea played, God rest his soul, rest in peace, he came off stage and they were screaming for an encore, and I said, Chick, you've got to play Spain. And he said, you know, they probably don't know it, and I've played it so many times. And I said, look, out of respect for the people of Indonesia that have come so far from all over the world, go play Spain. Well, he played the first note on the piano, and the place absolutely exploded. It erupted.
I grew up with the music, Spain.
The fact that the Indonesians have such a love affair with jazz, it's unlike any other place in the world. This is the epicenter of fandom for this music. And I say that with all due respect to New Orleans and the United States and Europe. This is where the fans hang on every note. So we were talking backstage today at the press conference, and I said, you will be blown away because they're going to know. I said not every note because he plays a lot of notes. But they're going to know the form, they're going to know the music, and they'll be singing along and hanging on every moment of your performance. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You're going to have an experience of a lifetime.
Thank you.
Wait.
Yeah.
Giacomo.
Yeah, I can't wait. Again, I grew up watching so many performances, as I told you, from Java Jazz Festival, and I always felt, as you said many times, and also talking through other musicians that had the experience to play there and perform that, really like people here in Jakarta really have a deep connection to this music, and they're to everyone, everyone said that it's the best, one of the best audiences in the world, you know, for really the emotion that you feel when you go on stage. And already together at the press conference, I could really feel like the interest and the engagement together with the people and the media and everyone, to the artist and really to the music, because this is something very different. For example, in Italy, you know, there's a really deep level of connection to the music in the sense of art and expression, not just only as entertainment, you know. I really, you know, when Peter wrote me on Instagram and told me, would you be interested in performing at Java Jazz Festival, I was like, are you serious? You know, it's incredible to be able to connect.
Of course, he did not trusted me. He said, who's this guy?
And welcome to Wonderful Indonesia.
Yeah, it's been amazing so far.
We have many Italians actually here in Indonesia, and definitely would love to hear you play.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Pa Peter. I heard Java Jazz like in the same sentence where I visited Vevey and I went to Montreux, and to be in the same sentence like we just heard, it's amazing. How and the government feel very proud. How do you feel?
Well, of course, Minister Pasendi, I mean, you know, of course, without the government, there will be no Java Jazz. That's for sure. You know, we get some tax breaks, we get facilities, we get security. Everybody is behind us, and that makes me feel good, you know. And this year especially, this year we have 350 foreign artists. 350 in total. This is probably going to be one of the largest ever in the last 18 years. Normally there will be like 180, 200, 350 this year. Foreigners. So for us it's a milestone, I would say. And the word is spreading. You know, we contacted artists like Giacomo, and before I was finished texting, he said, yes, I'll come. You know? And this is true, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
you know,
it's an establishment. You know, already the name. I already knew it. I already watched some of my favorite performances, like George Duke, Stevie Wonder, are from Java Jazz Festival. Like I grew up. I learned. I transcribed. I learned those performances. So for me, really, already even this is my first time in Indonesia, but already Java Jazz as a name holds a special place in my heart already.
yeah. And you know, the good thing is we are going to Bali. We are going to
Thank
play
you very
at
much.
in
Kura-Kura
thank
Bali.
you very much. It's being supported again. You know, I mean, guys, I should tell you this. If I may say, this minister is totally like 100,000% behind us. You know, the reason is I think he understands the music too.
Yeah, he's obviously a fan. If he knows Chick Corea, he knows the music.
Yeah, he knows the music. Yeah. So,
But anyway, I had Dewi 2 weeks back, and we launched the 18th editions of Java Jazz. You must feel very, very proud of how Dewi has achieved so far.
yeah, she loves you. I mean, you know, he closed his eyes and support Davy.
Yeah, but because when you see Pa Peter, you would not expect Dewi could turn out to be such a great
She's a
CEO.
powerhouse.
She's a powerhouse, and she's a. I think you did a very good job, Peter, for
Thank you.
passing
The torch.
baton, the torch, and she stood up, take the leadership, and we felt that we're in good hands.
Tell the minister, how was your experience at immigration? Okay.
Perfect. No problem.
No problem.
So, all
Yeah.
immigration and customs, everything was okay.
Everything was perfect.
I had the chance to travel many countries, and you know I had no problem entering They already know Java Jets. Yeah, come this way. Really easy. No problem.
Yeah, the level of execution.
Yeah. And the
I mean,
organization.
the beautiful vehicles that, you know, host the musicians, the venues, the production quality. It rivals anything in the world. And Your Excellency, I just want to congratulate you, because there aren't a lot of people that have the kind of vision that it takes to make something like this grow and become an institution. And that's exactly what it is.
That's Peter Gontha
Well,
for you.
I wouldn't be able to do it without you. But
Well, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure, and thanks this year for everybody's support. That we're gonna have an event in Kura-Kura, Bali. That's special economic zones just signed by the president to support tourism, and we're gonna embed music as part of the development in the future, and hopefully you will enjoy Bali as well.
It would be
I need
wonderful.
to add one thing, Pak Sandy. Tahun ini kita ada Ariel
Yes,
sama BCL, Bunga
Betul.
Citra Lestari. So that is going to be, I think, you know, this will be one of the programs that we will be watching very closely, because we don't want it to blow up. I mean, there are too many people. I don't think that the hall will be sufficient to actually.
There will be 12,000 people waiting to get
There will
in
be-
addition to the 12,000 in the hall.
already in.
And you know, if the president can come, that
Yeah.
would be great. If you
That'd be
can
good.
ask the president to come, I don't know.
Last minute.
I don't think he will come, but maybe if you tell him.
Maybe if who knows?
It's the biggest.
You know,
it's the biggest festival.
he supported this, and the reasons why the government is behind this, because he believes wholeheartedly that events will be a good recovery engine in terms of economic post-pandemic. So this year there are 3,000 events, from very small local events all the way to the international events like Java Jazz, and we're going to have Coldplay later on this year.
saw
It
that.
will inject about $10 to $12 billion of revenue into the country, and this is something that we need to create jobs, good quality jobs, decent jobs for creative economy actors, and this is something that is very close to my heart. Thank you very much once again, and we'll see
Thanks
you.
for supporting the music and the musicians that make the art, because without them, we have no soul.
Yes, of course.
So,
Will you say something to the audience?
to my audience.
Yes.
Yeah, that I can wait to perform, and I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. And thank you for having us. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Terima kasih.
Last word from you?
I just can't wait. Every moment is
Say it to the
spectacular. Listen, if you're not coming to the festival this year, make plans to come next year because it is the experience of a lifetime. I can say that. I've experienced a lot, but this is over the top. So please come and enjoy musicians that are world class.
Pak Peter?
Terima kasih Pak Menteri. Terima kasih. Saya harap Anda semua dapat ikut menikmati Java Jazz dan semoga Anda dapat menyenangkan hati, menyejukkan hati Anda di Java Jazz Festival. Bye.
Terima kasih. Saya berencana juga akan hadir dan tiketnya masih available dan bisa didapatkan di bawah informasi ini, dan mudah-mudahan super long weekend kali ini akan diisi dengan musik-musik berkualitas. Saya tuh pengen banget nonton Chicago, dan akan juga ada Bob James and Friends. Banyak sekali yang akan sangat menarik, berapa performance, tapi tadi seperti Pak Peter bilang pasti akan meledak saat
Dan
Ariel
paling penting Ariel, Pak.
dan Ariel dan BCL juga akan perform. Sampai jumpa, terima kasih, salam Wonderful Indonesia.